Wow, everything's turned off here. Okay. Yeah, I'm like really late, but that's because I had like a million things to do, surprisingly, today. But as GLP explains, as from God, take care of today. Yeah, it's really dark in here. It's only like almost 5 o'clock. All right, my food's ready. I still have to lift weights. So, let me see. Until you knock this off, you can kind of see that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that because you can only see like a little bit of the microphone that I'm using. You know, either you see a lot of it or you don't see it at all. Okay, so, oh, what a day! What a day! I haven't even had a single chance at all to look at crypto. I mean, it looked like it was doing pretty well this morning, but it looks kind of crap here. So I guess before we get into all that, this is the wrong page. I'm also really hungry, man. I gotta eat. And this is so bad, Instagram for kids. So I set this to display capture. Make sure there's nothing. Let me see. Unreal Projects, Windows Server, Dev Build. So the cool part is, not only did we get the Steam, so I had my mentor lessons today, and we actually fixed all the problems essentially. I have a dedicated server. Now I have to transfer it online because we went a little bit over an hour, and he had other clients to work with. But we fixed the Steam problem, so the Steam thing shows up now, the Steam overlay, and the dedicated server works. We even got the name to change. So let's run instance 1. And then I also found out how to create like multiple instances because I want to run a bunch of copies of the dedicated server on the same computer, right? Because that's why I'm paying $123 a month, right? So there it is, Phoenix US West Server 1. Now I actually was trying to figure out, because of the way that I have to code the numbers, it's always going to all have the same name. So I have to figure it out. I just got out of the shower, so I think I figured out how to do it. Basically, what I have to do is, I'm going to leave this running. Let me see, where's the code? Yeah. So here's the actual code where I put in, you see the value here, and you can zoom in. The value says Official Conquest Phoenix US West Server. What I have to actually do is have this part, the server, and then instead of a 1, I know there's a function. I actually went over it in a course, but basically I have to create out of this return value something like generate random number, so maybe 1 to 30, and then append that number to this value, and then feed that all into this array here, where it says make array. So that it'll say Official Conquest Phoenix US West Server, and then a random number generated, pass that whole thing into that result into here, and then the join server menu will derive the name here. So I think let me think about that logic. Join menu. Yeah, because every time, so every time my server calls this message, it'll randomly generate a number. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll work. So it's so cool. I have a dedicated server. So this is dedicated server 1. So if I run instance number 2, actually this said, what did this say? Yeah, port equals 7778. Interestingly enough, I can keep running multiple instances with the same port, but it actually doesn't work because only one search result shows up in the server browser. So here's instance number 2 using 778. Yeah, dedicated server created. Now it turns out that if I see a little block there, like we see this little white block here, this actually pauses the server. That's what the mentor told me. So I gotta make sure I be careful with that and make sure that you know, I actually want the game to run. So if I run my game, Because I'm gonna try. I think I might do a tech demo on Friday or Saturday because I need to put something up on the YouTube. So and I'm streaming, so it's eating up all my CPU. So there's the game. It's loading. It actually loads a lot faster, but again, because I'm running all this crap, I also screwed up. But there's the Steam overlay. Like I'm so happy. Actually, no, I guess I do want the splash screen, right? That's the whole point. Also, this game mode, Kill Confirm, is actually kind of cool. It's actually team deathmatch, but what you have to do is you have to kill everybody, and every person that dies drops a dog tag representing their team, and you have to pick it up. Or you can remove it by the opposing team picking it up and then denying you points. It's actually a pretty cool game mode. So I want maps, I want intro, which will obviously be a black screen. So play. Oh, and I did actually watch part of Beardson's stream from yesterday. Yeah, he is making a game. I actually messaged him on Twitter and to offer support and of course encouragement. Like I'm very happy about it. And yeah, there you go. There's the Steam overlay. So I hit so if I hit Shift Tab. There you go. You can see my thing, and it even says Seditionist Crew Tark Royale. Actually, you can't see my stupid camera, but it's right there. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna reveal any details because obviously he doesn't want people knowing. But yeah, I'm very happy for Beardson. So you know, we're taking over Steam, and there's a lot of territory to take over because you know I can clearly see what is. Oh, okay. So there's supposed to be 2 servers. Uh-huh. Now this is interesting. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Oh, here we go. Creating. Actually, this isn't a little. This could be due to a Steam server client. Oh, that's right. That's right. Failed to initialize Steam. This could be due to a Steam server and client running on the same machine. Try running with no Steam on the command line to disable. Well, I don't want that. Okay, so I think I know how to solve this problem because I'm supposed to actually go into my Steam backend and put in the IP along with the port for all my dedicated servers. So number 1 would be 7777. That's a default. So this one's 7778, which you can see here. That's why that's probably what it is. Well, I certainly hope so because I absolutely have to fix that because we ran out of time. So let me see. But anyway, I also have to change this font because when you select it, you can't even read what this thing says. But yeah, the server shows up here. It also says 0200 because I have to change the display. So bots do not count as players. It joins the server, and there you go. I'm in the game. We'll do that. I also managed to change the AI bot model. That doesn't exist. I also made that very strong. I don't want people dying. And right now I set it so that a sniper rifle with a headshot does kill you. So I want to get low attack. So actually, I wonder if. Oh yeah, it is lowering the volume. Okay. Alright, so so I immediately made backups and everything, and that took like an extra hour. So I definitely have a lot of work to do, but the functionality works. And I think if I put this on my internet server, I would actually be able to see this in the internet page instead of the LAN page. So it's so cool. Like it's like a real game now. My game is a real game now. So Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Unique ID. Oh, that's because I'm leaving. There's a thing, game session, Steam notify, name unknown. Before I would actually say my name, Harbinger PvP. Oh yeah, there it is, yeah. Login request, name equals Harbinger PvP. Actually, if I pulled up the score page, you would actually see my name. So, it's so cool. It's so cool. So, very, very, very awesome stuff. Very, very awesome stuff. So, when Beardson, as he progresses his game development stuff, he's in for a treat. He's very in for a treat. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy about it. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be very, very good. All right, let me just manage my request stuff here real quick. Yeah, I still need to go to the bathroom and all that. That's okay. All right. So let's get to work because I really need to eat my delicious food. Oh, I gotta be careful. You can see it, but I made fries, barbecue No, spicy wings and like chicken fillet thing that's breaded. Not very healthy, but I haven't eaten much at all today, so. Actually, come to think of it, have I eaten anything? Yeah, I didn't actually eat much. I had a protein bar and like macadamia nuts because I had to, go to get my mentoring from the Unreal Engine programmer today. It was worth every penny. In fact, I actually tipped him an extra $10 because I was like, wow. So the good news is once I establish, probably for the first few months, working on the game, etc., fleshing out, doing more polish. Set that to YouTube. I'm gonna probably commission him to build the Battle Royale functionality because eventually the next step is to create a queuing system, and that's gonna be pretty tough. So I have to roll out the Battle Royale in stages. Like first you host a Battle Royale, and then after that, then I have to take the actual step of creating a queue system. Gonna be tough. But like God teaches, right? If I go by JLP stuff, take one thing at a time, right? Take care of today, and then don't worry too much about tomorrow, right? Because it doesn't exist. So I don't have to keep planning ahead. The important thing is I just keep taking my steps, right? Because I got to the point where I am now because I took care of today yesterday, right? And I just progress, right? It's just like the video games. You start out as level 1. Don't worry about level 60. Just work on what you're doing now and then get to level 2. Then when you're level 2, worry about level 2 stuff, move on to level 3, and so on. And then eventually you grow into it. So it's like super cool. I just never thought I would actually be capable of this stuff. So awesome. It's so awesome. So, all right, let's get to work. Okay, so markets are flat to up a little bit. I know the dollar and yields, they're starting to get kind of nutty here. So crude oil is down a little. I don't care about precious metals, but silver took a massive hit. What a big surprise. I wish I bought crypto instead. Bitcoin, of course, is down a lot. So now the dollar is even stronger than ever before, $94.38. Okay, Remels and Riot taking more hits, which makes sense. All right, let's see. What is up with the bonds? Okay, so this is very odd. So the bond yield, so the dollar went up a shit ton today, like a lot. And then a little bit of fear went into buying bonds right now. Yeah, that makes sense because the dollar is so strong. If you buy a bond, the US dollars you get from those bonds are actually worth more. Even though, yeah. So this is actually very healthy, what we're seeing here. This is actually very good. Because if this was starting to go up a lot too, yeesh, we might have a problem. Fed Chair Powell calls inflation frustrating and sees it running in the next year. Well, it's all such a huge scam. So sick of it. Okay. Well, we definitely need this. Oh my god, my mighty party has so much chests to obtain here. Okay, grab that. Grab this. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so this should be the new one. Alright, the Manarino index is going up. Okay, unmute. Well, at least JetSwap is trying to struggle. It's at 22.5. It's actually been pretty volatile today. It went as low as 21 cents and as high as 24 cents. Yeah, because everything is way... the selling pressure... Excuse me. Excuse me. The selling pressure is way overblown now at this point. Like, we actually go over here. Actually, let me see if it's updated yet. Because I checked it. I checked this morning. And it's looking pretty good. That RSI is just dying, and that's what we want. The faster it hits rock bottom, and whatever the price Bitcoin is at, the sooner we can bounce back up. Because there's no choice. There's no other direction left to go but up, right? Because many whales are selling because like they're afraid, and then the biggest whales in the world are accumulating even more Bitcoin. And yeah, look at that. A lot of resistance here. Look at this. Look at this floor that's being established down here. I mean, I wish I could rush it, but I really can't. Let's see. What does Cointelegraph have for us? Okay, I don't care about El Salvador. Crypto's impossible to destroy, says Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Oh, crypto's impossible to destroy. That's true. First crypto fund approved in Switzerland, so that's good. Seller gains 400% after traders embrace multi-chain bridge 2.0. Very good. Tether scores win in class action case as court dismisses RICO claims. Very good. Believe it or not, any court case that favors crypto in any way is just good for us. Because right now we've got a lot of governmental pressure and the pieces of shits at the SEC trying to destroy crypto on behalf of the big banks, especially on JP Morgan. So, you know, whatever that can be done to humiliate the system is good for us. Bitcoin yet to prove inflation hedge status, but the time may come soon. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't think this will ever happen. I mean, look at gold and silver, right? It's a shitty hedge. It's completely horrible. Now, crypto would still be better than gold and silver, but I mean, in order for that to happen, everyone has to be using crypto, and there has to be an actual debt crisis. Until that debt crisis happens, I mean, Bitcoin and crypto is going to be tied with the markets like everyone else. Because the people buying up all the crypto are the same people buying and pumping and dumping the markets today. Bitcoin FOMO rally long overdue. I could see Bitcoin top 200K, Bobby Lee. Yeah, that is such a bad picture of that guy. Yeah, this FOMO rally is way overdue. So, well, it's not really because September is always a shitty month, so it's actually on track, but it's very annoying. September 2017 China Bitcoin Bank sparked $20,000 all-time high in 3 months. Yeah, we're actually following exactly 2017, but everything feels much more severe. Especially because my impatience is coming into play. Yeah, the lower Bitcoin drops, the stronger this higher all-time high for Bitcoin is going to be. So, I mean, I guess count our blessings, right? All right, I need to eat because I'm starving here.
Okay, everybody, it is still me, Gregory Manarino. It is Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. Bunch of things that are going on right now. Let's start off with this market here. A very volatile day in stocks, up and down and every other which way you could think about. We finished mixed here. A fractional gain for the Dow, fractional gain for the S&P 500, a loss for the NASDAQ. And a lot of this has to do with the 10-year yield rising. I explained this to you. There is a discounting mechanism built into the market with regard to tech. And when you see action like this, it puts pressure on tech stocks. Okay, so
Yeah.
no surprise to you. With that said, 10-year yield 1.53. The dollar today, people, markedly stronger now. If you're paying attention to the MMRI, and I hope you are, we're gaining here, okay? Last I just checked, it was 90.4. What does
There's a
this
lot of
mean?
clowns.
Over 100, we're getting reasonably close here, is moderate risk. Right now, we still remain in a low risk, but the higher this number gets, the more we have to look out for things moving forward here. I still believe this indicator, this MMRI, available to you right now, right on my website, traderschoice.net. There's a link down here, is very valuable. So pay attention to it. You could watch it all day long if you want. It's again on my website.
I like how whenever they want to make AOC look bad, they always use this angry looking picture of her. Ted Cruz issues simple challenge to AOC. Yeah, like that's gonna do anything. Has Ted Cruz even said anything about like people getting canceled for being white or losing their jobs or whatever? Like that white lady who told the black couple to stay in their hood, right? I mean, she shouldn't have said what she said, but like she lost her job because of it, and it's just like, now they're just gonna cancel everybody else. I don't have to care because I make my own stuff, but well, that's what happens when when you let the world push you around, I guess.
There, it updates every 15 minutes. Okay, with that said, again, MMRI 90.4. Let's keep an eye on that. People, silver today got slammed, absolutely slammed, falling like 4%. It was up higher pre-market, and then it just cratered. Gold also falling under some pressure here. Cryptocurrencies flat to slightly lower, mostly lower here. Crude oil around 75 fell under a little pressure today as well. Again, and a lot of this is being reflected in that MMRI there. So let's focus on that. With that said, I want to talk about some of the goings on today and some pretty interesting words that came out of its mouth. It being Fed Chair Yellowstone Powell. The guy is a criminal. Okay, him and his cohorts there at the Federal Reserve, insider trading, just a coincidence. He used that word. Can you believe that? Do you believe for one split second that it was a coincidence that he, Fed Chair Powell, is buying and holding the same assets that the Federal Reserve itself is buying? I don't think that's in any way, shape, or form a coincidence. But again, if you're a Fed president or a Fed chair, all you got to do is, I guess, be in that position and you're just fine. Two Fed presidents who were insider trading are now resigning with millions, hundreds of millions of dollars that they have gotten ill gains from insider trading. You or me, could you imagine what would happen to us? Could you imagine what would be happening to us in the Fed chair? The man's a criminal. The Federal Reserve itself is a crime syndicate of the highest order. But they're untouchable, these people. They're untouchable. Let me ask you, you believe in the system, those of you Democrats, Republicans, no matter whatever you may think you are or whatever they put you in, they put you there. And you remain there if you want to stay. But when is one of our representatives, a Democrat or a Republican, going to call these people to answer for what is going on? Oh, sure. They had a big shit show the other day before the Finance Committee. And what happened? Was anybody arrested? Did anybody get in trouble? Oh, no. We just found out that Rosengren and the other Kaplan, they're just going to resign. They're going to resign, and it's all good.
Yeah, our government's illegitimate. Really Mark Milley commits actual treason.
Anyway, with regard to by helping China today, I want to focus on a few things that he said.
Nothing happens.
Number one, this is just today, he's blaming
he's a
rising prices, and this is what he said, quote, on supply chain kinks. Now, if you recall, I told all of you, at the onset of this, they were going to blame rising prices on supply chain issues. Look over there. Look over here. Don't look at what the Fed's doing, running their inflation creation machine at full speed with no end in sight, people. But no, make sure, you look over there. That's what they're trying to do. And this is the mainstream media. You're watching this shit today, excuse my language. You got CNBC, you got Bloomberg, supply chain. Oh, it's causing the rising prices. It's not the Federal Reserve. No. It really gets to me. And if I don't act like that from time to time, I think I'll end up in a loony bin. Maybe I should go check myself in. But that's Powell. Look over there. Kinks in the supply chain. That's causing rising prices. But then he goes on to say,
we know that's
I want to read this. This is quote. Powell is now saying he's calling the current pace of inflation, rising prices, frustrating. At first, if you recall, the man didn't care. He said, it doesn't matter. Why? Because inflation is not widespread. But now it's frustrating. It's so frustrating, that the Fed is going to keep doing what they're doing. As a matter of fact, running that inflation creation machine, issuing debt, buying it back. Issuing debt, buying it back. That's how frustrated he is, the multi-millionaire. Okay? Now, he goes on to say, let me just clarify what we're talking about here. The man is not a human being. He's a thing. And he's a lying POS. You understand? We all know that. He tried desperately, him and his cohort criminals at the Fed have been trying to convince you and me since the onset that, this inflationary environment, it's transitory. Don't worry about it. I told all of you from the onset this was not transitory and it was going to persist. Well, guess what word was used today out of the mouth of Fed Chair Yellowstone Powell? He says he expects inflation to persist into 2022. Imagine how shocked I am. I know you must be flabbergasted.
Everything down the can.
People, look, they think that you and I are mental midgets, that we cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. They don't think we can look at the current environment. We're not smart enough to look at the current environment and understand what's really going on. And then you got, the propaganda ministry here, I'm referring to Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg, and they're just sitting there reading their dog shit script, trying to convince the masses, again, that what they are seeing is not real. It's too much. It really, really is. Anyway, I don't know what to say anymore. Frustrating? He's calling this inflation frustrating. I'm calling him frustrating. What do you want to call? Let's see. Let's have a little fun here. If you want to say something to Powell, Yellowstone, the thing, the unhuman, lying, whatever he is over there, what is he to you? What's a good way to describe the Fed chairperson and maybe the Federal Reserve itself? And honestly, I am so fed up with the fact that we have no representation in this country whatsoever. We have president after president after president calling on the Federal Reserve to continue issuing more debt with no end in sight here. The last president too, the one before him, they just keep doing it. Okay, why? Well, because the Fed is the real government. Whoever sits there behind the Resolute desk, whatever it may look like, they're just a spokesperson to try to keep people in line and having some hope that maybe they're going to be saved. No, sorry. No one's going to do a damn thing about it. You understand? Nobody. The Fed is too powerful. It's all a game. It's all a game.
I want you to believe that,
understand it. Everything's going to become clear to you. It's absolutely, completely,
really going
totally
nuts
out of
over
control.
the vaccine mandate.
Beyond belief, honestly.
It's clearly coordinated.
I wrote down a bunch of things here. Some of I scribbled down so fast I can't even read what I wrote here. But anyway, look. So in summary, what happened? We had a stock market today that was very volatile. Some of this is, in my view, getting reflected in the MMRI. People, keep your eyes on this thing. Stop listening to the naysayers out here. They don't even understand it, as a matter of fact. And that's okay too, because some people are severely learning impaired, and are trying to downplay this already without even knowing anything. It's too stupid in my view. But I know a lot of you are getting it, and I think this is valuable. I'm not asking for anything. I just want you to follow it. And I put it right here on my website for you. We're above 90, 90.4. We're still okay. We're in a low risk zone, but the high end of low risk going into moderate. So, let's look. We all understand that this thing around us is out of control. It's a hyper bubble, and there's going to be a terrible price to pay for it. And we're going to remain on the right side no matter what. And we got to use whatever tools we can to keep ourselves there. And I think this MMRI is a valuable tool for all of us to use. I'm using it myself.
Well, in the oven, because I know we're about to end. So.
Honestly. And again, you can follow it right on my website, traderschoice.net. People with gold and silver today, it's pretty freaking ugly. Not gonna lie. With what's going on with the derivative, you have to understand what we're talking about. This is not real physical silver changing hands. You understand? It's not. This is the derivative that's getting pulled every way they want it to pull it. It's not real. But understanding, again, why we are holding these things. The game remains risk on, meaning equities. That's where cash is going to move to until it doesn't. Until it doesn't. And we have all kinds of things to look at to gauge what we should be doing. Like I always tell you, we got it covered from every angle, all right? I understand your frustration with metals. I hold a lot of this stuff too, so believe me, you're preaching to the choir.
Never gonna do precious
But we're holding this stuff
again.
for when the risk on turns risk off. That's what we're doing. We're not trading this stuff. If you're trading the derivative, good for you. I don't touch it, and you're gonna need a lot of luck. It's out of control. It's so rigged, the derivative market when it comes to metals, that I don't even touch it myself. Forget about it. I don't. It's bizarre. And with cryptos, they're very volatile. You know that. I told you to expect some more pressure here. We got a little today. I think we could potentially see more pressure on cryptocurrencies, but that does not mean to me in any way, shape, or form that we should be dumping this stuff. You got to be nuts. You got to be nuts. You want to be in physical gold, physical silver, cryptocurrencies, in my view. You also want to be in this market in large cap dividend paying stocks if you're going to hold them. If you're trading, you can trade anything you want. But if you're going to be holding them, that's what you should be doing.
Because Pet's actually been doing well, and so has MDEX.
Own the stock.
I'm making a good income
I got you
still.
covered. I really do.
Even though crypto's still under a lot of pressure. All this,
like we always have, and we always will. Okay. With that said, I am signing off. I will see all of you in the morning, and I want to hear from you. What do you think is going on right now with this freak show? With Fed Powell now saying inflation is obviously not transitory. It is persistent. It will continue to persist. He's trying to distract you. Look over there. It's supply chain kinks. It's kinks in the supply chain. It's not what the Fed's doing. No. It's not the fact that the Fed is buying more assets than they ever have in their history every day. No, that's not what it is. Oh, no.
No, I have 5,000 points.
And again, not one single member of a corrupt government, I don't care how much you may believe in the Democratic, Republican dog shit system, if you believe in this system in any way, shape, or form, you are lost more than you could possibly know. It's not real either. It's all to keep you mind twisted and believing in a system that doesn't even exist anymore.
Which I did not get.
Anyway, I'm out of here. See you in the morning. Love you a lot. Please share this video.
Dang nabbit. Alright, well I got my free event tokens in Mighty Party on the main account. That is now officially an alt account, because that's how weak my clowns are now, sadly. Yet this game is so obsessed with this Henzo guy. 10,560. I don't have that. So, yeah. But for the most part, I'd say overall a very good day. Ooh, let's see what I get today. Come on, big money. It's a lot of guys. So, I mean, I'm mostly just happy because I mean, I really should not get emotional. And that's important, right? Because that's how Satan builds you up and tears you down. But yeah, did a lot of good work today. But I'm going to continue to do more work because I want to fix up and refine things more. Also, I figured out a solution to the bot problem. Because right now I have a hard code so that the dedicated server creates bots. But the problem is that also overrides the client version of the game. Now the good news is there is a function in my game already that says is dedicated server. So if it's true, then I can execute override bots. If it's false, then don't do anything. Because that means it's a client, so we don't have to, override the bots. So that way players can actually manage how many bots they want to play, if any. And that way it also doesn't make me have to keep going into the blueprint code and constantly changing it over and over again manually, because that's just going to get very annoying. Alright, so anyway, it looks like a pretty slow day on the chat, so just go back if you came in late, and I have all the updates there, but personally, I mean, September. When is this piece of garbage week month end? So tomorrow is September 30th, and it's the last day of this stupid month. But Friday will be October 1st. So I'm already looking ahead to next Monday because I'm already writing off the rest of this week and maybe this weekend. Now the good news is it does look like a floor is forming. However, crypto still might want to go down some more. And we look at the RSI down here, I mean, when everything was all said and done, it went as low as negative 5,000 or 4,000. Here, we're at negative 700 to 1,200 or so. But that is a pretty nice little bottom. Look at that. It keeps bouncing back from the bottom. So, I mean, I hope that's a good sign. I don't know, but I'm expecting more pain. I just hope that JetSwap doesn't crash to like a penny, because at that point I'm actually just going to start buying up. I would actually start just buying up wings at that point, because this thing is way oversold. Everything is so way oversold, it is ridiculous. And the only reason why things are dumping now is because the mini whales are getting scared. Like even they're breaking, so that's kind of interesting. Also, the 24-hour volume is actually kind of low at 89.6 billion. So, and then we got the infrastructure bill technically tomorrow, I think, or the government shutdown shit, but I'm not too worried about it, because is there even anything new on that front? Okay, so the AOC crew says go F yourselves. Republicans are also kind of mad at the infrastructure bill. Republicans, quote unquote. Okay. Save $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Well, now a spending bill. So Bernie Sanders. Okay, so whatever is happening, like it looks like a lot of people are just really mad about the infrastructure bill, except Schumer and Pelosi, because they're serving the big banks and the globalists. And everyone else is like, nah, go F yourself. We want more money. Okay, so news. Let's see what news.bitcoin has for us. More than predicts 10% market correction. Online transfer approves for charged by CFTC over margin. Crypto under $1 million. CFTC. Yeah, I don't even use Kraken because apparently they're actually kind of difficult for Americans to use. So that just leaves Coinbase and Gemini and I think eToro or Ebo. Well, I think it's called eToro. I can't remember. I've seen or Webull. I think that's what it is. I've seen their ads before. Central Bank of Ukraine seeks to hire blockchain developers. So Ukraine is getting into central bank coins. Discusses XRP lawsuit. 37 exchanges in South Korea shut down. 29 survive. Okay. Cardano's investing 100 million in DeFi. Yeah, probably on their platform, obviously. Yeah, so DeFi doesn't look like it's even going to come out until basically when it's already too late. But at least it'll enhance the bull run ups, right? Because there's going to be a buying frenzy, and then we're just going to make even more money, and then we quietly dump our positions and go into like the dollar. We would actually go into the dollar and get stable coins, because if Bitcoin's at like $1 million or 500 grand, or I prefer $1 million, well, if we know that's going to crash like 100 grand, that's a 90% drop. So you want to sell when Bitcoin's at like $900,000, go into all cash, go on your Ledger X accounts, go on your stock market accounts, buy some puts, right, on Ride or, Bitcoin, and then enjoy the ride downwards, and just, make just millions of dollars, right? I would actually be in a position to actually hire a couple people to help me program, Crew Talk Royale. So it's going to be, oh, please, God, please, Jesus, just wave that white magic wand just a little bit more, just a little bit more. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. There was something else, I think, but Alibaba sent sale crypto mining hardware on its platform. Yeah, probably because China is getting mad at them, so they're like, go after yourselves, shut it down. CoinGecko CoinMarket TradingView. Alright, so China has banned CoinGecko CoinMarketCap and TradingView. Wow. Yeah, like, China's just so pissing me off, man. Well, not pissing me off, but like, now I actually don't care if people, like, I should care that people bash China, but at this point, like, this bad behavior is just making me very unhappy. And then you got Andrew Yang also making my kind look bad. It's very irritating. Very irritating. U.S. Senators introduced bill requiring Treasury report to... U.S. Senators introduced bill requiring the U.S. Treasury Department to report on cryptocurrencies and their use globally. Actually, I kind of want to read that. That is such a horrible looking picture. 2 U.S. senators introduced bipartisan bills aimed at improving oversight of crypto. The bill requires the U.S. Treasury to report on how other countries are using and mining them, as well as internet. Maggie Hassan and Joni Ernst introduced legislation. Oh, great. I know this is going to be bad. To require... I mean, this bill doesn't seem to sound like it does much, but I just don't trust any of these clowns. Action against illegal uses. Okay. Gary Gensler says crypto will not end well if it stays outside regulations. This guy is such a fucking asshole. Just look at this face. I mean, it's clearly obvious why he's a piece of shit. No, yeah, people will be hurt. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You piece of shit SECs didn't do shit during GameStop and whatever. You're just going after little guys. And you're not doing anything with Coinbase or Ripple, right? Except just being assholes too. So, yeah, the government is just so effing illegitimate. It's like, these rat bastards. But, again, hopefully, I mean, the resistance is increasing globally, and especially in America. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. All right, I'm starving. I need to go eat. I want to go back to doing a little bit of coding because I still want to work on my game while this. Because there was a lot of info that we did in that hour and like 10 minutes or whatever. I recorded the whole thing, so I want to go back and listen to the whole thing. So I'll see everyone tomorrow, which will be the last stream of the week, and then Friday or Saturday or definitely by Sunday I'll do a tech demo of the game. And after that, I have to create a trailer for the game, which will really be more like a mini tech demo for my game. I'm not, because I don't want any hype. My game, there's nothing to hype. Right? I don't want that. I want a small, quiet, low key launch. Because what I don't want is a lot of people getting the game and then it tanks and then people are like, oh, this game sucks, whatever. I mean, I guess it's better to have that and then let it tank because I still get all the people following the game and getting updates and whatever, and Steam, sends a reminder. Hey, remember that game you uninstalled? Crew Talk Royale. Hey, they came out with a new update. Want to try it out? Hey, 2 months later. Hey, they came out with yet another update. You want to try the game? So, yeah, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So, well, I should start saying it's gonna go well. It's gonna go well. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow if the markets close, and thank God I get